Roberto here from Fornieri wood-fired ovens. Today I'm going to do a quick video on how to cook a lamb roast, a slow cooked 4-hour lamb roast in fact, in this Napoli Vesuvio 800. It's a dual fuel oven, it's a hybrid oven. You can use it on just gas, you can use it on just wood, or you can use it on gas and wood at the same time. We're going to be doing a little bit of all of that today, and I'm going to show you how I cook a lamb roast and maybe roast some peppers in here, and hope you find this useful. Okay, let's get started. So here we have a lamb roast I've prepared. It's upside down at the moment, the fat side's on the other side, and I've just marinated with a little bit of salt and pepper, a bit of oregano, tiny bit of paprika and some olive oil. That'll be going in uncovered to start with. We've got our wood ready. We're going to fire up our oven and get this thing going. Okay, so you may have noticed I put those bits of wood over near the gas burner, got the gas burner to light them up. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes. Then once that got lit up, I've put them over on this side of the oven. What I'm going to do now is just throw a few more pieces of wood just on the ground in here, just to let them warm up, and in a few more minutes I'll throw them on top of that fire, on top of that kindling that's been lit, and get a nice fire going. And that's when we're going to put the lamb roast in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this damper over to wood. Old model says cook, new models will say wood. Going to open our flue right up because we want to get plenty of draw going. So I can see that that's caught on nicely. At this point I'm also going to turn off the gas burner, which I've just done, and I'm going to cover it with the cover. So when you buy the Vesuvio 800 hybrid oven, you'll get this cover for the gas burner and you'll get a wood rack. That's why it's a hybrid oven. You can use it on wood or gas. When we're using it just on wood, we have to cover the gas burner to protect it. We don't want fats and ash getting all over our gas burner. So I'm going to cover that up. You'll see that there's a slot in one side of this, so we're going to put that in. We'll grab our peel, because everything's going to be hot. We put it inside our cover and we sit that nicely on top of our gas burner. Like so. So now our gas burner is protected. I'm going to let that fire catch on a little bit more. Okay, my lamb roast uncovered goes in. Slide that over there onto that side towards the gas burner. So what we're doing now, we're going to get a bit of smoky flavour on top of that meat. We're going to get that flame that's going to char the meat. I'm going to cook it on that side for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to flip it over onto the fat side and let it burn until that wood dies down. You can see that fire is really roaring. So at this point I'm going to close this back down to heat, or in new models it'll say gas, because I want to slow down combustion, so I want that wood to break down into some coals. See that fire roaring there? You can see our gas burner's protected and our meat's in there. It's getting some nice flame over the top. Should be beautiful. Okay, so we've got a few minutes of charring on that. Saw that flame roaring over the top of this meat. We've got a beautiful char on there, got some smoky flavour. We're going to turn it over and we're going to put it back in. Okay, so we've turned that meat over, roasting that again, and at this point in time got some beautiful red peppers. I'm going to throw them in and start to get these cooking. We'll leave that roast uncovered like that for at least another 10 minutes and then I'm going to cover that up. So I'm going to start to put my peppers in. What you're going to do is chuck them in near the fire. These are going to have a beautiful woody, roasty, smoky flavour to them. I found these best cooked right next to a wood flame and directly on top of the coals, and then when you peel them they just taste superb, even with no dressing whatsoever. Highly recommend it. just get yourself a nice pair of long tongs, makes life a bit easier. And you'll see that that fire's died down, so I'm going to cover this roast and I'm going to break up the rest of that wood into coals and put the roast peppers, put the peppers straight on top of those coals to finish them off. See, those peppers are straight on top of that coal. Very smoky, roast is covered. Still got my gas burner protected, but very shortly I'm going to take that cover off and we're going to finish everything, we're going to finish that roast off on gas. Alright, so at this point I'm going to take the cover off the gas burner. So it's going to be very hot, so use your peel, get it into that slot, take that cover off the burner, and we're going to light that burner and switch it down to low. That's probably going to cook that roast now for another 3 hours or so. Feel free at this point in time, if you want to put some potatoes, some tomatoes, some onion, throw them in there with your roast, cover it up because it's going to be sitting in there for quite a few hours. I'm just doing a roast today with the capsicum, and but if you wanted to throw some veggies in there, you can do them now, or you can do them in another hour or so they don't get too soft and mushy. But yeah, feel free to add some vegetables at this point. I'm going to turn the gas burner on and switch it to low. Okay, so that gas burner is down to low. My roast is covered. My peppers are on that dying fire. There's not much left to do from here. I'm going to put the door on and just come back in a while, maybe turn the peppers or take them out. I'm going to try to regulate the temperature to be around about 200 Celsius for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Alright, so my oven's on low. It's showing about 200 Celsius. It's only been 15 odd minutes, 10-15 minutes. I've got a nice plastic bag. I'm going to take my peppers out. See, they're beautifully roasted. And put these into a plastic bag. Sweat them off. You can't burn them. They might look burnt, but you can't really burn them. It's only the skin that's burning. But I'm going to tie the bag up and they'll sweat off. They'll sweat off a bit and the steam will make the skin just fall off once they cool down. Can't do it now. So they're in there, they're steaming away. Peppers are out, door's back on. Not much to do from here on in. So like I say, come out every half hour or so and check. So we'll be back. Okay, so I've come out half an hour later, checked my oven, and I noticed the temperature gauge was up around 300 Celsius. That's a bit too hot, and that's because I had the burner on low and I've still got a bit of coal going in there, so it's just a little bit too hot. We want to keep it around 200, otherwise it's just going to cook a bit too fast. So to get the pressure, the temperature down less than 300, you would switch your dial from the low position back to high and then regulate the gas flame between high and pilot. Regulate it in there until you get a tiny little flame. If you turn it to low, this oven is going to always be around maybe 250 to 300. 300 because we've got the charcoal in there, it's adding a bit of heat to it. And if that's too hot and you only want it 150 for example, as I say, between high and the pilot light, the sparker flame, regulate your gas, turn it up and down in that zone, look at your flame until you get a tiny little flame, not too small because you don't want it to go out, until you get a nice small little solid flame, and put your door on and come back and check your gauge in about another half an hour to see where that's sitting at. And like I say, we want to try to keep it at around 200. There you go. Looking absolutely delicious. Okay, you'll see in there there's still a little bit of coals and my flame is quite low. Alright, so while we're waiting, I'll pull out one of the peppers from the bag. I'll just show you, I'm assuming you would have done this sort of thing before, but yeah, look, that's the roasted pepper. Just grab the skin, just falls off, grab the skin, should just peel off very, very easily. It's been sweating, it's been roasted, so that skin should come right off. Yep, and it is extremely easy to peel. Smells fantastic. Cut that up as big or as small as you like. So yeah, once I've got my peppers and I've given them a rough clean, I put them down on a board. Take out as much seed as you can. Check for any more skin. And I like to slice these really thin. You can slice them this way with the grain, you can slice them this way against the grain. Doesn't really matter, but I like to slice them really, really thin. And to finish dressing these, we're going to put some good olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, some salt, some pepper, that's probably enough, but if you like, put some nice, just a tiny bit of chili flakes, and you can even sprinkle a tiny bit of oregano in there. That's about it for the dressing. Roast been here. That's long enough. I'm going to pull it out. My oven's at 200 Celsius, which is perfect with that flame right down low. The coals have finished. I'm going to pull this out, turn the gas off. Smells magnificent. Oh yeah, that's ready. That's ready. I'm going to put it on the bench and show you what that looks like. Okay, here it is. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. Falling off the bone. Smells amazing, looks amazing. Nice dipping sauce in there. I'll baste that now. That's it, that's ready. It's falling apart. And the mess just comes off, just falls off. That bone, we'll pull out. The bone's just going to pull out, look at that. So I'm just going to baste that in its juices and have some dinner. That's my slow roast. I'm going to serve it up, enjoy my dinner. I'm sure you don't need to watch me eat it. Ciao for now. Roberto from Fornieri Wood Fired Ovens. Hope you enjoyed this video on how to do a roast in a dual fuel oven. Very easy, very, very easy effort for a weekday dinner. Ciao for now, see you next time.